Hi everyone, today I have a short seated stretch video for you. So if you're looking for just a gentle little bit of movement or you want to work on increasing your flexibility, then this is the video for you. All you're going to need today is your mat. I've got a blanket and a block as well. If you don't have a block, you can use a pillow or a cushion. And the blanket is just for sitting on. So if you find sitting on the mat quite uncomfortable, then you can just bring yourself onto a blanket or a cushion. And this just lifts your hips a little bit, which has the effect of dropping your knees down. As always, if sitting cross-legged isn't for you, then come into any comfortable seated position. You can even do the first couple of exercises sat on a stool or a chair if that is a little bit easier for you. Okay, so when you are ready, come into your seated position of choice. Just give yourself a little wiggle around just to make sure that you feel comfortable. We're just going to take the hands onto the knees, just rest them lightly on the knees or in the lap. Just close your eyes and lift your shoulders up to your ears. So give them a big old squeeze. And then when you breathe out, just shrug the shoulders down. You can do this a couple of times if you want to, just squeezing some tension into your body. And then as you shrug the shoulders down, you just release and relax the body. When we choose to do a slower practice, it gives us the opportunity to really focus on our breathing, which is obviously one of the cornerstones of a yoga practice. So maybe drawing that breath in through the nose and noticing your belly expanding as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, just be aware of your belly button returning back towards the spine, and all the while just keeping that softness across the shoulders and into the chest as well. And if your hands are relaxed on your knees, make sure you're not sort of giving them a grab, just finding some softness through the body as we just take a couple of minutes at the beginning of this stretch sequence to think about our breathing, bringing ourselves into this moment, into this space, wherever that space is for you. And a slower practice really helps develop the mind-body connection as well, noticing the thoughts as they come into your mind and just seeing if you can let them pass by without the urge to hold on to them. So just as we're trying not to grip and hold our muscles, we're also not gripping onto the thoughts as well. So we have that relaxation through the mind and into the body. Let's just stay here for a couple more inhales and a couple more exhales. If your seated position starts to feel a little uncomfortable, then obviously change position. And if your eyes are closed, begin to open your eyes. And if your legs are crossed, we are going to swap over the cross of the legs. So if one leg, the right leg's in front, then bring the left leg in front, and obviously vice versa. Just mixing things up a little bit here. As we take a breath in, we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, taking that right hand down towards the floor, lifting up with the left, and just having a really nice stretch over towards the right hand side, keeping this shoulder away from the ear. And we can take the gaze to the floor, or you can look forward if you want to. If we keep both sit bones on the floor, then you can really feel that length through the left side of your body. As we breathe in, we're going to take that right arm back up and drop the left down towards the earth. So again, reaching up and over, keeping this top shoulder rotated back a little bit, and keeping active through the fingertips as well. So we're not all floppy through the wrists. We're stretching, we're lengthening, we're focusing on our breathing. As we inhale, we take it back up to center and draw our hands down towards the heart. We're going to return the hands onto the knees now, coming into a seated variation of cat-cow. As you breathe in, and you can use your hands to push into your legs if you wish. As you breathe in, you draw your shoulders back and down, opening out through your chest and lifting your gaze. And then as you exhale, we're just rippling the spine the opposite way. So we draw the shoulders in, tuck the chin to the chest, sending that belly button back towards the spine. And then just moving with your breath in your time, We inhale, we open out, and we exhale, and we round in. So just some gentle movement through the front of the body, through the back of the body here as well. One more time, coming forward, and then returning yourself to your neutral position. So you can feel your sit bones on the mat. If the legs are getting a little bit angsty in this position, then you can swap the cross of the legs once more, or even come into a kneeling position if that feels better. In fact, I shall just come around just to show you. So you can sit on your knees for this next position if you want to, as we take our hands behind us, interlace your fingers and draw the knuckles to the earth. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades. You can lift the hands up if you wish. You can even come into a little forward fold if your body is moving in that way today. And then releasing the hands, bringing the body back up. If you're on your knees, we can just take the knees a little bit wider, bringing the hands in front of you now and just rounding through the spine. So coming into this variation of a child's pose where we really tuck the chin to the chest, let the crown of the head fall to the floor so you're getting a nice stretch down, especially into the lower part of the spine. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Come back down onto your bottom now as we bring our legs in front of us. So coming into this seated staff position, pushing the toes up to the ceiling, pushing the heels away. So already without even moving the body, you're getting a stretch down the back of the legs and just resting the hands either side of the hips. The more you push your heels away, obviously it increases that stretch. If it feels too much, let the toes go a little bit floppy. You don't want to push too far. You want to always tune into how your body is feeling and act accordingly with that. So sitting in this right angle position, you can always sit against a wall as well if that feels a little more supported for you here. And then from here, we're going to take our right leg and just draw it in towards us. So the right foot is on the inside of our left leg, or we can step it over so it's on the outside. We're going to come into a little twist here by hooking our right knee into our left elbow. I had to think about the body part then. And as you root your sit bones to the earth, so you lift the crown of your head towards the ceiling. So we're looking forward, thinking about the breath, keeping the shoulders soft. And on your next inhale, reaching your right arm up and then taking it behind you. And as we bring the hand behind, so we come into this little twist, gently twisting the body towards the right without force. Just letting the muscles through the center of your body lead your twist till eventually you may be looking over your right shoulder. But if that's too much, just keep your gaze to the side. As I say, don't force anything. Just listen to your body, listen to your breath. As you inhale, let's reach that arm all the way back up. Bring it down. Take that right foot now to the inside of your left leg. So you're just dropping the knee out to the side with the toes facing upwards on that left foot. Let's bring the hands down onto the mat, sitting tall and just hinging from the hips, lengthening forward. Now imagine you've got a stick or something, sounds a bit weird, doesn't it, down the back of your top. So it's keeping your spine in this long line. The tendency in this type of forward fold is to shift your gaze down to the knee and try and get your head down to the leg. But we want to think about length. We want to think about length down the back of the leg, length through the spine. So we're just extending forward, keeping the gaze probably towards your big toe or to the top edge of your mat here. Staying here for between 3 to 5 breaths to let the muscles relax into this posture. And you may be able to move a little bit further as you breathe out, but again, don't force it, just see how we feel. Lengthening towards your left big toe. Pull your belly button towards the spine to use your core muscles to lift you back up to seated. And all we're going to do is swap those legs over. So we're going to bring that left foot either to the inside of our right leg or just dropping it towards the outside, hooking the knee into us with your right arm. So we keep the gaze forward, pushing the right heel away, lengthening through the crown of the head as we inhale the arm and we exhale, taking that left arm behind us. And we can look forward, or we can slowly, using our core muscles, shift the gaze towards that left shoulder. Nice deep breath in, long breath out. Let that exhale move your body. As you breathe in, we're going to reach that left arm all the way up, bring it back down and take our left foot to the inside of our right leg. Heel pushing away, same thing. You might notice one side of the body is a little bit tighter. Hands come down to the floor, gaze is towards your big toe. Inhale, find that length through the spine. And as we exhale, hinging from the hips, imagine you've got that garden cane or something similar, a broomstick, down the back of your sweater, your top, and extend it forward. Focusing on your breathing, noticing how the leg feels. Just making sure you've got no pulling in your lower back. There shouldn't be any pain, any discomfort in the lower part of your back. It's all about the hamstring in this position. And then we use our core muscles to lift us back into our central position. We're going to turn around now to face the long edge of your mat. And we're going to take our left leg out to the side, pushing that heel away. And we're going to keep this right foot in front of us. Have a block or a pillow or a cushion to hand for this one as well, just so that you've got it in front of you to lean on. Just sitting in this position, you are getting that stretch down the inner thigh. And again, we're hinging from the hips, and all we're going to do is bring ourselves forward. So we can use the hands to support ourselves, but don't just dump all your weight onto your hands. You're using the muscles around your center, all the way through your abdominals, around your back as well, to support you. And if you do have a block or a cushion, you might want to just rest your hands, your forearms on the block, and just relax your head. So let's not have any tension in the neck. Let's allow the head to feel a little bit floppy here. And again, thinking about taking a nice deep breath in and lengthening your exhale. And as you stay here for slightly longer time, as I say, 3 to 5 breaths, maybe even longer if you want to, you do feel the muscles begin to relax a little bit, and you can think, oh, okay, well, maybe I can go a little bit further. But always, always pay close attention to the signals that your body is giving you. And if at any time you need to come out of the pose, then obviously, please do so. Trying to keep some relaxation through your shoulders here as well. And then when you're ready, using your hands, bringing yourself up to your seated position. And all we're going to do is cross to the other side. So we have our right leg extended out, and we've got our block if we need to. Notice how you feel to begin with. Sometimes even closing your eyes helps, because it really does draw your focus inwards. You're not distracted by anything else that's going on around you. You can just think about how your body's feeling. You can watch the thoughts as they go through your mind, and you can just really tune into your breath. Let's take it forwards now. How is that feeling for you? A little bit tighter for me on this side. Seeing if I can go a little bit further. Nope, that ain't for me today. Bring my block back in. Blocks are so useful. If you don't have a yoga block and you do practice yoga regularly, I would definitely recommend getting a hold of a yoga block. Just another couple of breaths on this side. And then working your way back to center. We are going to keep that right leg where it is. This is the fun part. We're going to take the left leg out as well. So we're really focusing on flexibility to the inner thighs here and into our hips as well. So just adjust your position, make sure that you are feeling comfortable. You can use your blanket to sit on as well if you need a little bit of extra support Exactly the same thing. We're going to come into a forward fold. You don't have to come too far. Even just leaning forward a couple of inches really switches on these muscles on the inside of your legs. You can really feel it. Be very, very gentle on yourself here. If it's too much to have your toes facing up to the ceiling, then just let your feet go a little bit floppy. Take a nice breath in, a long breath out, and let your exhale sigh you forward here. Softness across the shoulders, remember. You might be able to relax your forearms onto your block. Notice how it feels. Always be kind to yourself. Don't push yourself too far. You don't want to get into a position where you feel that you're completely stuck and you might need help to get out of it. That's not a good look. Can we stay here for another couple of inhales and another couple of exhales? Notice what you do with your hands as well. Sometimes when you're folding forward or you're in some of these positions, you tend to grip with your hands. And we want to find softness through our body as much as we can. As you inhale, we're going to come back into our seated position and return ourselves once more to our cross-legged posture that we began our class in today, relaxing the hands back onto our knees, closing the eyes, and then we take an inhale, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. Touch your palms together and bring your hands down towards your heart. Thank you very much for joining me for this short, sweet stretch practice today. The more we do these kind of slower, more focused stretches, the more flexibility you're going to bring into your body, and it will benefit you in so many ways. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this practice. Drop me a comment, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again very soon.